NASCAR Weekly Series. My name is Dave Kohler. I'm your track announcer, along with trackside announcer and marketing director Mike Dunn. Enjoy tonight's racing activities. At this time, I would like to ask everybody to please stand, remove your hats for our invocation, followed by our national anthem. To lead us in prayer tonight, late model driver John Messenger. John?
Please remove your hats. Lord, we'd like to thank you for this great day and this great nation that you have blessed us with. Lord, we also would like to keep Mark Poole in our prayers and wish him a safe return to the track soon. Please watch over all drivers, crews, and fans, and bless each and every one of us. You know our hopes, our dreams, and our prayers, our problems, our faults, and our sins. In your holy and precious and loving name, we beg you, please. Amen.
Thank you, John. And to sing our national anthem, the Priano family out of the South Hills.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Priano, thanks to all the scouts that are here, Fairhope 1562, all the scout troops 460 in Yukon, 1562 in Bell Vernon, Troop 99 in Mount Vernon, 1509 in Monessen, 1510 out of Monessen. Chris Kossel driving the number 50. Dave Merrow, first time out last week in the 69, was your winner. Chantel Germack in the 24. Brandon Manns in the 51. Curtis Stewart, no, I'm not Muhammad Ali, but I'm Curtis Stewart in the 55. Out of turn 4, the green's out. We're up to speed. Dave Merrow on the high side is going to lead him down into turn 4 and is going to lead lap number 1. 8 laps to distance for the Pro Truck Division in their first of 2 heat races. Chris Kossel in the 50. That truck looks familiar. That is the truck that John Castor was driving. Chris Kossel taking over the chores behind the wheel of the number 50. Brandon Manns in the 51 doing double duty tonight as usual. He'll drive the truck and the 26 late model. Chantel Germack right with that group in the 24. Curtis Stewart away back now in the 55. Cross flags, 4 down, 4 remain. In this first heat race, battle heating up for second. Brandon Manns looking low on Chris Kossel. Manns alongside of Kossel into turn 3. Chantel Germack right there laying in wait. Dave Merrow in the 69, high, and oh, he's out front. Reno given to your leader, Dave Merrow. Brandon Manns starting to close the gap. Dave Merrow had a pretty healthy lead, but Manns has reeled him in. Don't know that there is enough time for Manns to do anything with Dave Merrows. The white flag's going to wave this time by. 7 down, 8-1 remain. 8 the distance in this heat race, first of 2 for the Pro Truck division. Out of turn 4, Dave Merrow going to bring him around to the checkered flag. Picking up the win, Brandon Mann second, Chantel Germack third, Chris Kossel fourth, and Curtis Stewart rounding out the field. Chantel Germack, you can take your program down and have the drivers autograph it. All right, starting on the point, that is the number 1 truck, designated as number 1. It's normally 0, driven by Dave Burnell. Dink Colarusso, the driver, Steve Black in that one. The one behind him is Dink Colarusso. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Marion Reno in the number 8, Dink Colarusso in the 01, Greg Kelly in the 98, Danny Lewis in the 02, looking low. Colarusso slams the door, the 18 of Buzz Furjanic, Ken Grimm in the 2. 3 wide down the front straightaway, hang on, contact made. And Marion Reno, look out, Grimm. Ooh, that was wild. 3 wide down the front straightaway gate, so you can use the checkered flag to get autographs as well. If not, Mom, Dad, grab your program. You can get that autograph. Green's back out. We're racing. Greg Kelly, Danny Lewis in the 02 looking low on Dink Colarusso. Oh, hang on. Buzz Furjanic going around. Ken Grimm going around. Denny Carson, your flagman, waiting on the field. Greg Kelly's going to lead him around out of turn 4. The green's out. We're back up to speed. Danny Lewis trying the low side on Dink Colarusso. Greg Kelly shooting out into the lead. Colarusso on the high side, bobbles slightly. Lewis able to pick up a little steam coming down the front straightaway. Danny Lewis hanging on to that set. Now he's into the second spot. It was hugging that bottom lane. Colarusso back to 3rd. Steve Black in the 1 running 4th. Then it's back to Buzz Furjanic and Ken Grimm right on his back bumper. The 2 team trucks make contact. Steve Black, a little bit of a chrome horn on the 01 of Dink Colarusso. Oh, and Colarusso going around in turn 2 with Grimm headed in his direction. Woo! That covers Pennsylvania, Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, and New York on sale at the souvenir stand along with our programs. Green's out. We're back up to speed. Danny Lewis looking low on Greg Kelly. Going into 1, Lewis on the low lane, Kelly upstairs. Kelly a little bit more power coming down the back straightaway. Dan Lewis in the 02 down low, Kelly way high. Greg Kelly, no pressure early on in this race, now feeling the steady pressure of Danny Lewis in the 02. Ken Grimm going around in turns 3 and 4, and the Yellow Book caution also involved in that race program. So it's a great way for the kids to be involved in a great sport. The green's back out. Greg Kelly bringing them around. Six of 8 in the books. We're back up to speed. Greg Kelly, Danny Lewis. Had to go back a lap, and Danny back to 2nd. Greg Kelly washing out real high again. White flag in the air. Danny Lewis looking, trying to make a move on Greg Kelly. Kelly again washing out in the turns. Danny Lewis trying to take advantage of it. Kelly's going to take it into turn 4. Out of turn 4, Kelly, Lewis down low. The checkered flag is going to wave over the 98 of Greg Kelly. Danny Lewis second. Steve Black third. Buzz Furjanic rounding out the field.
Car of Jim Nicola fourth. Fifth will be Bo Glemba in the 99. The 47 of Chris Dodds. And the 35 of Rich Nicola. And the green is out. It's Bacalon and Panay down the front stretch. Bacalon out in front as they head into turn 2. One lap in the books. It's Bacalon, Panay, and Nicola in third, trying to get around Panay on the outside in turn 2.
Bacalon starting to stretch the lead over Matt Panay. The number 5 of Jim Nicola, Chris Dodds in the 47, Bo Glemba in the 99, and Rick Huffman running side by side with Rich Nicola. And looks like Mike Bacalon's got it figured out. He picked up the win last Friday night. He's got the wick turned up in the machine tonight and leading this event with the number 5 of Jim Nicola working over Matt Panay for that second spot.
And Nicola does get by him on the inside in turn 4, moving into second place, but I don't know if anybody's going to catch Bacalon, as his car looks like it's running just fine. That's crossfire, okay. 4 laps down, 4 to go. Here in the first feature, first heat race for the Smale Pontiac GMC Open Wheel Modifieds.
And I mean, that's just flat out. If you're going to stack them on the other way, that's right. The front angle. You've got other dealerships. Yeah, that's the way it goes. 2 to go signal given to your leader, Mike Bacalon. Nicola, Panay, Dodd, Bo Glemba, Nicola, and Huffman. All kind of single file. Matt Panay washes out a little bit. Chris Dodds looking low in a number 47. Mike Bacalon, though, long gone in the number 98, the Froggies machine with a white flag waving. Side by side, Dodd and Panay. Rich Nicola in a 35 trying to work his way into the mix, as well as Bo Glemba. Mike Bacalon, though, in a 98 says this is going to be easy pickings. Going to take it into turn 4, out of turn 4 to Denny Carson's checkered flag. He picks up the win. Second to the 5 of Jim Nicola. The battle for third, Matt Panay. Chris Dodds fourth. We're going to give it to the scores for fifth because I don't know. It was direct mailed into your homes. Mike Dunn, the second of 2 heat races for the Open Wheel Modifieds. How about the lineup?
The 94-9 is Al Civic. Who's in second? The 3 of Matt Smith will start second. Adam Kostelnik in the 60 will start third. The 29 of Bruce Hamilton fourth. George P. Nicole in the 97 as the green is out. Gary Scott in the 16. The 01 is Harry Opfer. And rounding out the pack is the 57 of Tom Heilman, and Matt Smith has opened up a big lead here on
Mike, they're going 3 wide into the turn. Now, it didn't work earlier in the trucks, but it works this time. Whoa, that was a close call.
Matt Smith leads down the backstretch. A little battle for second place between Kostelnik and George P. Nicola. And Gary Scott looking on the outside to move into 4th place.
Mike top 3 cars starting to stretch the lead. Matt Smith, I met his aunt today at the 84 packing, meat packing place, yeah. Kostelnik looking low, going into turn 3. Nicola right there with him. George P. in the 97. Hot and heavy battle up front, Mike. Matt Smith with damage to the left rear, courtesy of Kostelnik. Kostelnik looking low down into turn 3. Tight fit.
Matt Smith says no, holds him off. That's the nuclear banana, the 3 car of Matt Smith. As Kostelnik trails him in second, George P. Nicola in third, Gary Scott trying to catch up to the pack in fourth. And they've kind of separated themselves from the second half of the pack here as we're 4 laps in the books.
Throw a blanket over the top 3 running cars. Matt Smith, Adam Kostelnik, George P. Nicola. All right there, a little bit of smoke, a little contact with the wheels maybe. Everybody continues green flag racing. Gary Scott says, I want a piece of this. The Music Man trying to get into the mix in the 16. They're still duking it out. This time by 2 laps remain. And this 8-lap heat race for the open wheel modifieds.
Down the back stretch, Kostelnik will try to go inside in turn 3. George P. Nicola tries to go outside, try to get by Matt Smith. The white is out. Smith will lead them into the final lap.
Close racing, Mike. Everybody battling for the top spot in just a heat race. Imagine what the feature's going to be like. Kostelnik looking low for the top spot. Bring him home.
Kostelnik on the inside, Smith on the outside. And it's up for grabs as the checkered flag is out. Matt Smith might have gotten him by a nose in the nuclear.
Wow, what a battle for the heat race win.
A lot of action.
And the open wheel modified.
John Messenger, who led us in the invocation, the 43 car, is Mike Adams. Starting in 4th is the 25 of Rick Miller, it looks like.
Hard to tell. We've got dual cars out there. Neil Brown in the 98 and probably Brandon Manns in the 90. Green's out. Larry Bahana in the 61.
And Will Trout picking up right where you left off last week, pulling out into the lead as they head down the back stretch.
I said Brandon Manns, Greg Kelly in the 90 machine. Brandon drives the backup for Rick Miller. And Neil Brown working over the low side of Mike Adams for that second spot. Greg Kelly in a 90 running 4th. Rick Miller in a 25 5th. John Messenger 51. As Kelly looks low on Mike Adams. Gary Wiltrout checking out in the 95. Neil Brown's going to try to track him down.
Laps in the books. It's Will Trout in the 95, Neil Brown trying to catch him in the 98, followed by Greg Kelly. Rick Miller in the 25 is in 4th. 43 of Mike Adams, rounding out the top 5. Gary Wiltrout, of course, a winner here last week. It was the first time somebody other than Rick Miller or Neil Brown won in a late model feature this year. And it looks like Wiltrout may have figured something out as he is blowing away the pack. As we're halfway through, 5 laps in, 5 to go here in the first heat race with Falcone's Dodge late models.
Well, Mike, I stand corrected again. Jack Smith driving the number 90, not Greg Kelly. Kelly has driven that car in the past, but he's busy working on his truck, so it's Jack Smith in a number 90. In the meantime, Gary Wiltrout in the 95 is long gone. The 98 of Neil Brown trying to hold off Rick Miller in the 25. 7 laps of 10 in the books. Neil
Brown and Miller in second and third look to be making up a little bit of ground on Wiltrout, but but I don't know if he'll have enough time to catch him with 2 laps remaining. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Gary Wiltrout in the lead. Looks like he'll pick up the win here in the first heat race for the late models.
Gary Wiltrout in the 95 is going to wheel it into 3, into 4, and out of 4 for the checkered flag. Neil Brown going to pick up second with Rick Miller right on his bumper. Jack Smith in a 90 finishing 4th. John Messenger and Mike Adams round out the field. So Greg Kelly actually not get her ticket. Hey, Ben Miley in the 99, Sean Pilla in the 5, Tommy Beck in the 91, Todd Coble in the 01, Steve Pellis, the crew chief on the 01, Brandon Manns in the 26, and John Komarinsky, 33 out of 4. The green's out. We're up to speed. Sean Pilla in the 5 is going to jump into the lead. Miley second. Here comes Tommy Beck in the 91. Todd Goebel in the 01. Brandon Manns, John Komarinsky. Goebel out of the Clarion, Pennsylvania area. Was here on practice day way back at the early part of the season. First race with us tonight. The battle right now, Brandon Manns, John Komarinsky running neck and neck for that 5th position. Sean Pilla in the 5 had a strong run last Friday night. Tommy Beck trying to get the bugs worked out of the 91. Running second, Komarinsky with a problem at a 33. Backpedals but gets it back under control. Brandon Manns in the 26 trying to work his way to the low side of Todd Goebel in the 01.
Manns will go inside on him there in turn 3 to move into 4th place. Cross flags, 5 down, 5 to go.
John Komarinsky way slow out of back on the turn 3 on the low side in a 33 machine, inching his way to the pit area. The field making its way by Komarinsky's ailing car. Don't know what the problem is, but he bobbled about 2 or 3 laps ago. And looks like he's going to come pit side. He had a huge problem last Friday night. The frame separated and knocked him out at the start of the race. So don't know if the crew has had I'm sure they've worked all week just trying to get everything figured out on the green light, Rolling Rock 33. As Sean Pilla continues to lead this event with 2 laps remaining this time by.
Sean Pilla leads him out of turn 4. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Tommy Beck trying to make a move. Don't know if he'll have enough time. Ben Miley in 3rd. The 26 is Brandon Manns, and no real battles going on as Sean Pilla leads him out at turn 4. He looks like he will take the checkered flag. Beck will finish 2nd, Miley 3rd. Manns will take 4th, and rounding out the field, Todd Goebel in the 01. Red Bell, the 95. Jim Stokes out of West Newton. As green flag is out.
Oh, hang on, Seabiscuit. They're going to go 3 wide into 1. Stokes backs out of it. So close call for everybody as Fred Bell, now he has to hold off the 50 of Jeff Giles. Mike Lemley right there, or I'm sorry, Tracy Keller in the 1, right there with him. Keller going to the high side. Your winner last week, Bob Ship. And the 04 also thrown himself into the mix. 3 wide again in turn 3. Harold Hunt and the big brown car in the 88, bobbing and weaving. Giles in the 50, leading this lap. Harold Hunt, Bob Ship, the guys in pursuit. The 10 of Fred Bell dropping back to the 4 spot, and he dirt tracks it through the turn. Going to take Mike Lemley to the high side. Down low, Jim Stokes, 3 wide, 2 wide, 3 wide. Oh, dizzy is Fred Bell, watching everybody go by. Bell off the pace, no doubt, headed to the pits.
Stricken with turtle syndrome.
A lot of close action going on in the middle of the pack. Rick Broadwater in the 51, working over Jim Stokes in the 95. Throw in the 24 of Scott Aiello, the 57 of Andrew Kostelnik. Everybody battling out up front. Giles, Ship, Keller, Michael Emley just kind of riding around in 4th in the 4.
Keller in the 1 car, of course, in his 6th year of racing now. Got his first win a couple weeks ago here. Keeps his car parked right down the road on the property of Motordrome Speedway, actually. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Jeff Giles, your leader.
Giles with Bob Ship glued to his bumper, Tracy Keller, Mike Lemley, Rick Broadwater. The real battle is Jim Stokes, Scott Aiello, Andrew Kostelnik out of turn 4, Mike. Checkered flag, your winner, Jeff Giles, Bob Ship, Tracy Keller, Mike Lemley, Rick Broadwater, the 95 of Jim Stokes, Scott Aiello, Andrew Kostelnik, and the big run car, the number 88 of Harold Hunt. Myers, the 55 of Bob Eastman on the point, the number 5, your winner last week, Bill Oldham, the 34, Aaron Minjock, the number 4 on the high side, Nick Bacalon, 48 of Gary Ancrom. That should be maybe the 16 of Ed, no, I'm sorry. That is the 50 of Ken Dukic. Green's out, problem on the 12 of Roger Bryan. Larry Vance in the 28, 18 of Jeff Zellweger. The 32 of Dan Jordan. Keep your eyes on Jordan. He comes charging through the field each and every week. Way, way off the pace. Andy Giles in the 05. Sounds like he got it refired. Oldham in the 5 is going to lead lap number 1. Very affordable division. If you want to go racing, this is the way to do it. You can spend under $1,500. You can easily spend under $1,000 and have a competitive race car in this division. It's a lot of fun, very safe, roll cages, all the fire suit, safety equipment, helmet, gloves, the whole 9 yards. These guys have a ball doing this, and I have a lot of fun watching them race and calling the action. In the Advanced Auto Part American Flyer Division, you can get the rules. Go to motordrome.com or go to our Speedway office. Pick up a set of the rules.
Bill Oldham leads the pack out of turn 3. He, of course, won last week, picking up where he left off.
Everybody maneuvering their way around the 05 on the low side of Andy Giles. Andy, snail's pace coming into the pit area. He had problems a couple of laps ago. Thought he had it refired, but he didn't. Dan Jordan in the 32 is on the charge. He's up to 3rd. Time running out. The American Flyer Division, their heat race only 5 laps long, so the white flag going to come out for Bill Oldham in the number 5. Tires squealing, brakes light flashing, horns a tooting. Beep, beep. Bill Oldham's going to bring it around to the checkered flag and pick up a win, picking up where he left off last Friday night. Coming home second is going to be the 55 of Bob Eastman. Dan Jordan in the 32, the 4 of Nick Bacalon, and the 28 of Larry Vance. Going to round out the top 5. So there you have it.
44 of Sean Rick. 4th place, your points leader, Frank Turek in the 5 car. flag is out. Dave Tavermino leads the pack into turn 1. 3 wide for second place as Frank Turk looks to go on the outside of the 65, makes a move. And quickly into second place is Turek. Shaping up for third place. Bill Henry tries to go outside the 44 of Sean Rick on the inside as they go into turn 1. Turek gaining ground on your leader, Dave Tavermino, into turn 3. Back straightaway, Turek all over Tavermino. A little battle shaping up for fourth. Cross flags, 3 laps in, 3 to go. Turek right on the bumper of Tavermino going into turn 3.
That's what you call the old chrome horn mic done. Frank Turek using it on Tavermino.
Tavermino holding him off. The 64 is Bill Henry in third. 68 of Jamie Shipley in fourth. Rounding out the top 5. Who is the 4-car of Vince Cater. 2 laps to go. Turek all over Tavermino.
Down the back straightaway, Turek is going to be squeezed into the grass. Tavermino now gives him a little bit of room into turn 4. Turek is going to pick up the white flag. Into the lead is Frank Turek, your winner last Friday night. 27 of Greg Praisner off the pace, headed to the pit area.
Out of turn 4, Turek will lead the pack as the checkered flag is out. Picking up the win, the 25 of Dave Tavermino second, the 64 of Bill Henry in third.
Jason Holder in the 74, the 15 of Jonathan Heilman, and the 73, that is not the 13, I believe Roger Olmsted. Is that Olmsted, Judy?
Hey, what?
Is that Roger? Because I didn't get a chance to get down there and ask him.
Ryan's gonna drive here too.
Yeah.
It's,
And it's, oh shit, in the 73 race, man. Oh, they're all over the place. Rimmel, Burbage, Phillips, duking it out side by side. Burbage sideways, hanging on to it, trying to hold on to that bottom line. Robin Rimmel, Jason Holder right there in the 74. Sean Phillips in the 31. The 15, Jonathan Heilman. Everybody stacking it up for the top spot in the Subway Street Stock second heat race. Robin Rimmel now your leader. Burbage sideways, 3 wide. Phillips, Burbage, Holder. Holder up the second. Lonnie Hoffman in the 73. So Lonnie Hoffman replacing Chris Vergona in the, which was the 13, is now the 73, as Jason Holder looks to work his way around the 22 of Robin Rimmel. Rimmel holding on to that top spot. And the racing action is close at hand in the street stock division. You know it's going to be close in the features. Mike, they're still battling out for that top spot. Actually, they're not. Robin Rimmel, I just wanted to check the volume on this thing because I'm going to peg it. I can tell that right now.
2 laps to go. Rimmel still holding on to that lead. Holder trying to make up ground in second.
Jason Holder running second. Sean Phillips third. Jonathan Heilman. Rich Burbage. Lonnie Hoffman in the 13. Out of turn 4 of the white flag. One more time around, Mike Dunn.
Robin Rimmel's won multiple times this year. Looks to pick up the win here in the heat race. Holder might not have enough time. Rimmel leads him into turn 3. And the checkered flag is out. Robin Rimmel will pick up the win. Holder in second. The 31 car of Sean Phillips third. 15 of Jonathan Hillman will finish fourth.
Chris Kossel in the 50, Brandon Mann in the 51, Chantel Germack in the 24, 98 of Greg Kelly, Dave Merrow in the 69, Ken Grimm in the 2, Dink Colarusso in the 01, Buzz Furjanic in the 18. The Calusi Chevrolet, beautiful vehicle. We've got lights on. A Buzzy, the race official down there on the front straightaway, going to get a quick look over real quick to make sure we're okay. Then out Dave Merrow starting back in the back in the 69, starting 8th. Lewis will bring him around out of turn 4 along with Curtis Stewart down the front straightaway. Green's out. We're up to speed. Now these two drivers starting 1 and 2 had an heated exchange last week, and Stewart going around in turn 1 or turn 2. And the yellow book cock, Steve Black going to bring him back around to the green flag. Chris Kossel, Brandon Mann out of turn 4, the green's out, we're back up to speed. Down the back straightaway, still side by side, Lewis and Black. Down into turn 3, side by side still. Black bobbles, that enables Lewis. Here they go, 3 wide out of turn 4. Back into order. Bob and Anna weaving. We get 1 lap in the books. Chris Kossel to the low side of Danny Lewis. It looks like that window net may be down again on the 50. It's up. Looks like it anyway. Something hanging off the side. It's kind of hard to tell. Danny Lewis was about as wrecked as you could get, but hung on to it. Side by side, it's Dave Merrow in the 69 on the high side, Brandon Mann's in the 51 down low. That's for the 4th position. Chantel Germack in the pit area. I'm sorry, Marion Reno in the pit area was unable to start this event in the number 8 after his heat race crash. Tough break for him. He had a win here a couple of weeks ago. Looked to have things back on track, but no such luck after the heat race incident. The battle shaping up for that 3rd spot. Brandon Mann's down low, contact. No, hang on. Greg Kelly threads the needle. is up into third. Brandon Mann's down low on the number 1 of Steve Black. That's for the 4th spot. Greg Kelly, meantime, jumped up into the 3rd as those two trucks were battling. Dave Merrow looking, trying to make his way around the 51 and the 1. As well as Chantel Germack in the 24. She's right in the mix. Chris Kossel, high flying in the number 50. That battle still hot and heavy for the 4th spot. Mann's down low, Black up top, Merrow right there, Germack laying in wait, about 2 truck lengths back. Meanwhile, up to 2nd, it's the battle going to be shaping up. Danny Lewis in the 02, Greg Kelly in the 98. Kelly has reeled in Lewis, working over the back bumper, working the high side in the number 98. Now right on the back bumper of Brandon Mann's, looking for the position. Steve Black on the high side, Chantel Germack right there. The truck's now single file. When they hit the turns, they all get gathered up and looking for room. Chris Kossel making his way to the high side of Ken Grimm in the number 2. Settling down at the moment. 12 laps in the book, 8 remain. This time by it'll be 13 with 7 remaining. Chris Kossel steady up front. Danny Lewis, Greg Kelly, and able to find a lane to make it around the 02. Danny Lewis doing a great job of holding them off. The move over flag given to the 18 of Buzz Furjanic. Oh, hang on, in turn 2, a big crash. Oh, tough break. 69 of Merrow, 51 of Mann's, and the 1 of Steve, 9 of Dave Merrow. Green's back out. Chris Kossel, Danny Lewis right there with them. Kossel's truck washing high. Chris Kossel now starting to stretch that lead. Greg Kelly right there with Danny Lewis. Glued to the back bumper of Danny Lewis for that 2nd spot. Kelly looking low on Lewis, trying to get him to make a mistake. Lewis hanging strong. Chantel Germack in the 24 trying to reel in the 2nd and 3rd place trucks. Meanwhile, towards the back, Curtis Stewart sideways out of 4. Brings it back in line. Dueling with Dink Colarusso. Brandon Mann's in the 51 and Steve Black side by side. White flag one more time around for your leader, Chris Kossel. Kossel, first race of the year. Looks like he may pick up his first win of the year. Kossel into 3 and 4 out of turn 4. Denny Carson, flag in the air, and the checkered For your winner, Chris Kossel, Danny Lewis second. A close third is Greg Kelly, Chantel Germack fourth. And the race for fifth going to Dink Colarusso in the 0-1. Curtis Stewart, Brandon Mann, Steve Black, Buzz Janet, Ken Grimm. Round out.
Locked, and the temperature. That was the. What car was that?
Out of the car is Chris Kossel in Victory Lane. We're going to get out and get a word with Mike Dunn in Victory Lane. Mike?
Chris Kossel, congratulations, buddy. Heck of a race.
Oh, it's great. It's great being back. You know, I took the most of the year off. I wasn't even going to come back, and we finally got the truck back and decided to come back. I'm just tickled to death. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner.
First start, first win. Are you going to be back next week, or what's up?
Yeah, I'll be back next week for sure.
Nice. Hey, you kind of opened up a lead there, and then we went into caution on lap 14. What's that like, knowing you got to restart with a guy right on your rear? He gets to move up right behind you.
It's terrible. Yeah, just hope you can just get the lead back as best you can, and that's what I tried to do. And the truck worked good all night. It's starting to get a little pushy towards the end, but we had a big enough lead where we held them off.
Well, you found a way to make that work. How about those sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Seacrest Auto Wreckers, JT's Auto and Cycle, You Pull It, Seacrest You Pull It. I'd like to thank my mom and dad and my grandparents. They put the money up for this, and all my pit crew.
All right, well, Chris Kossel, congratulations, buddy. Heck of a race. First start, first win, and he will be back next week.
Just put him over that knee.
I'll do that now, Dave. Folks, I did get a chance to talk to Dave Merrow in the 69, and
Odds in the 47, Matt Panay in the 32, Harry Opfer in the 01, Mike Bacalon in the 98, Bo Glemba in the 99, 94 of Al Civic, the number 9 of Rick Huffman, Bruce Hamilton in the 29, and the 57, Tom Heilman. The next time by, we will see starter Denny Carson wave the green flag, 20 laps the distance. He starts outside front row. You think Jim Nicola is going to have something to say about that? Let's see. Pace truck off the speedway. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Two by two, they get on the back straightaway. Now it's 3 wide, hang on inside. Back straightaway. Into the inside retaining. His brother Jim and Matt Smith will lead him to the green flag. Into turn 4. Starter Denny Carson waving the green, we're racing. Out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, Jim Nicola. Here comes Kostelnik. Adam Kostelnik in the 60, down low. Trying to grab the lead to lead lap number 1. Kostelnik is going to do it. Dropping Nicola back to second. Matt Smith third, Gary Scott, George P. Nicola, Chris Dodds right there in the 47. Mike Bacalon in the 98 trying to move up through the field. Down low on Jim Nicola down the front straightaway. Adam Kostelnik starting to pull away. Oh, contact made. Hang on. Matt Smith going around. Oh, contact with Chris Dodds. Bo Glemba getting involved. Oh, tough break for Chris Dodds and Kostelnik, Nicole Huffman, Civic, Hamilton, Nicola. Green's out. Heilman and Glemba. We're back up to speed. Oh, back straightaway. Gone around is Gary Scott out of turn 57 of Tom Heilman, Gary Scott, Bo Glemba in the 99. Two hard chargers in the back going to try to make their way through the field. Green's back out. Shaping up for second. George P. Nicola now up to second. Bringing along Mike Bacalon with him, dropping the number 5 of Jim Nicola back to 4th. George P. Nicola now working along with Mike Bacalon. Bacalon up to 3rd. Kostelnik, meanwhile, is really starting to put the distance on George P. Nicola. The 57 of Tom Heilman into the pit area. Scott trying to make his way through the field in the 16, running alongside the 01 of Harry Opfer. That is for the 6th position. He does indeed make the pass. Now he has Matt Panay in front of him. So 10 laps, halfway in the books, this time by 11 down. Adam Kostelnik continuing to lead. Has a good 5 or 6 car length on George Nicola and Mike Bacalon. Then it's a ways back to the number 5 of Jim Nicola. Gary Scott running in the 5th position, trying to track down the top running cars, but time is running out. 8 laps remain in this event. Glemba in 99 trying to work over the 01 of Harry Opfer, moving down. Oh, hang on into 3 sideways. Goes Opfer and Glemba as the yellow book caution comes out. Race is over. When you see the flagman waving, that's when you get up and wave yours. Green's out. We're back up to speed. Adam Kostelnik, George Pinicola, Mike Bacalon. Kostelnik receives the 5 to go signal, and Gary Scott has caught fire and he's on his way. Scott in the 16 up to the 4th position, trying to reel in Mike Bacalon in the 98 for that 3rd spot. George Pinicola still 2nd, working over the 60 of Kostelnik, but Kostelnik able to put a little breathing room, not quite as much as he had earlier. Gary Scott now trying a high side on Mike Bacalon down the back straightaway. Scott into 3, side by side with Bacalon, into 4. Gary Scott working that high side. No cushion up there, but hey, you never can tell. Scott now able to nose ahead slightly, but Bacalon coming right back at him. Now Scott able to push ahead in the 90 or in the 16. Up to 3rd. The Music Man sideways in 4, gathers it back in. Bacalon gets a spot back. Gary Scott a little hot and a little heavy into turn 4, loses traction. Bacalon up to 3rd. Nicola working over the 60 of Adam Kostelnik. This time by, it's going to be the white flag. One more time around. Nicola, now or never, in the number 97. Let's see what happens. George Pinicola is looking to the high side. Don't know if it's going to work for him. Kostelnik pulling him down the back straightaway into turn 3. George Pinicola right there, but not enough momentum to carry him to the flag. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag is going to wave. Your winner, Adam Kostelnik, 2nd. Second going to George Pinicola. 3rd to Mike Bacalon. Gary Scott finishing 4th. Jim Nicola. Well, Adam Kostelnik in Victory Lane. We'll get the word from Mike Dunn down in Victory Lane. All right, Mike, he's out of the car.
He's out of the car, race fans. Adam Kostelnik, give him a nice round of applause. Picking up his 3rd win of the season here in the modified division. We'll try to get a word with him here. Adam, congratulations, buddy. A lot of starting, a lot of stopping in that race. Out in the lead, ended up holding off George Pinicola for the win.
Yeah, the car was really good. It's the best it's been all year. I mean, it was just perfect. I was on the throttle way before the center of the corner. We just hit on the setup right now. Our main man, Harry Lazader, he's out in New York getting some special award for drag racing, and he ain't here today, so we're making him proud right now, showing him we can do the job.
Hey, Gary Scott drives the 16 car. You and him have been battling it out in the points standings all season. We did a story on you a couple weeks ago for the website, and you said you really never look at the point standings. That's pretty much how it is?
Yeah, the points will fall where they are. Wins are what it's about. Just win races and finish good. If the points happen, it happens. Like I said, I really don't look at it. You start worrying about the points, and then you're not driving the car hard, and you got to drive it hard every lap, every night to win races. That's what wins championships.
All right, Adam, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, first off, I'd like to thank Donna and Buzzy Viglione. They own the car. Joe and Ruth, Des, Chris, Harry Lazader, he ain't here, him and Carol, Vanessa, Tiffany for letting me give her a nice autograph today. Just everybody, Harry Lazader, Auto Service, Stan's Transmission, Bowling Machine. If I forgot anybody, oh well.
That's a lot of people to remember. Hey, Adam Kostelnik, congratulations. Picking up his 3rd win of the year, ladies and gentlemen. His 60 car, we've seen him in Victory Lane plenty of times.
All right, Mike Dunn, great job. Ironically, race fans, the guys that finished 1, 2, 3, and 4 Gary Wilson Wiltrout coming to a stop. Green flag, Messenger Brown going to go into turn 1. And immediately Neil Brown into the lead, and he's bringing a teammate, Jack Smith, with him. Rick Miller right there with him as well. Rick Miller working the low side on the number 90 of Jack Smith. Contact made. Miller trying to get down onto the low side. Smith bobbles. Miller now up to second, is going to track down your leader. Tommy Beck up to third. John Messenger back to fourth. Here comes John Komarinsky in the 33. He's working over Mike Adams in the 43. Sean Pilla in the 5. Brandon Manns trying the high side of Pilla. Ben Miley, Gary Wiltrout, Todd Goebel, and Larry Bahana. Rick Miller with some distance to make up on leader Neil Brown. Wiltrout in the 95, looking low, looking high, looking in between, trying to get up to the front. With Ben Miley and Brandon Mann side by side in front of him, he's trying to make his way around both of those vehicles. Going into turn 3, he's down low on Brandon Manns. Meanwhile, up front, Rick Miller has closed the gap on Neil Brown. Tommy Beck sitting fourth behind the number 90 of Jack Smith. Gary Wiltrout patiently trying to make his way through the field. Oh, Ben Miley a little sideways. Wiltrout tagged him slightly, but they continue. Miley lost it, nearly went around in 4. Wiltrout tagged him slightly, got out of it, letting him straighten it out, and they continue on. Oh, Rick Miller off the pace in the 25. A problem with your second place driver, your points leader, Rick Miller, off the pace in the 25 down the back straightaway. He's going to head to the pit area. And that gives a full straightaway now to Neil Brown, better than a straightaway. So tough break for Rick Miller, your points leader, headed to the pit area. So team cars right now running 1 and 2, Neil Brown and Jack Smith. Tommy Beck in the 91 running third, hoping to keep this car together where he can have a strong finish. Looks like Rick Miller's crew under the rear end of that 25 car. Beck down low, Jack Smith bobbles slightly out of 4, but Beck unable to take advantage of it. Tommy Beck looking low again, Smith bobbled again, but Beck unable to take advantage as they head down into turn 3. Tommy Beck down low on the number 90 of Jack Smith. Beck again working over the number 90 of Jack Smith, trying to unseat the ASA driver from Ohio. Oh, again, Tommy Beck down low underneath the number 90. Got him squirreled up a little bit, but not able to take advantage of it. Backs out. Gary Wiltrout now On the charge in the 95, working the high side of John Komarinsky. Oh, and a motor going up on the number 5 of Sean Pilla. Heavy smoke out of the number 5 of Sean Pilla. So tough break for Sean Pilla, the motor letting go as he heads to the pit area. Heavy smoke headed out of the right side. And this time, though, hang on. Hard shot in turn 4. That was your leader, Neil Brown. Larry Bahana spun, and Neil Brown, unable to stop out of turn 4, drilled him in the right front tire. The window net is down on the 61 of Larry Bahana. I can see him with the helmet off. And race fans, we ask you to please stay back from the fence. Do not go up against the fence, just stay back. Larry Bahana out of his car. The rescue crew, Smith and Volunteer Fire Department down there checking on Neil Brown. Race officials are talking to him. And the word we're getting up here, both drivers are okay in that incident down there. The crew was getting ready to go to work on it, and as quick as I looked down and looked up, I saw Bahana's car sitting sideways, and Brown drilled him in the left front. Thankfully, everybody okay with the field stop down there in turn 4. There's Neil Brown walking down the front straightaway, headed to his trailer, no doubt. And Larry Bahana, we saw him move away from his vehicle as well. So tough break for both drivers. Also have the entry blanks for the 2004 Harley Sportster. Fill it out, take it to a local Napa dealer, receive 10% off on any purchase, drop your entry blank. Oh, as Neil Brown's car pulled down the front straightaway, and you can see the heavy damage, that getting the front suspension, the nose, the radiator, and probably into the motor. Cost $50 for the late models, $4,000 to win. Scott Gunn was your winner last week at Pittsburgh, rookie driver in the late model, picking up his first win ever. Maybe he didn't even know the track was here until they called him. Jack Smith in the number 90. Neil Brown's backup car, and the green's out. Gary Wiltrout on the charge, up to 3rd. Tommy Beck looking to the low side on the 90. Smith slams the door. Here comes Wiltrout. Beck off the pace in the 91, but oh boy, they left the door open for Gary Wiltrout, your winner last week. And this will be a take no prisoners charge, guaranteed, out of Gary Wiltrout as he looks low. A little nudge, a little bump down the back straightaway, side by side into 3. Wiltrout's going to go into the lead. Gary Wiltrout, your new leader, getting by the number 90 of Jack Smith. Tommy Beck in a 91, 3rd. Messenger 4th. Komarinsky 5th. Ben Miley up to 6th. Mike Adams, Todd Goebel, Rick Miller, Brandon Mans to the pit in the 26. Komarinsky off the pace in the 33. Komarinsky bobbled coming down the front straightaway, got it righted, continues on. Lost some ground to Ben Miley. Miley now trying to work over the 33 with Mike Adams right there. front of Rick Miller. Continues. Rick Miller back in the pits, Neil Brown in the pits. However, Gary Wiltrow third in the standings, only 26. On the haul, and the number 95 jumps out to a comfortable lead. Tommy Beck trying the 90 again on the low side. Tommy Beck trying to work over the number 90 of Jack Smith. Smith won't have anything to do with it. Gary Wiltrow stretching the lead. John Messenger running a real strong race in the 4th position. Rick Miller coming back out onto the speedway in the 25. 11 laps in arrears. Smith's car not handling up to par, but Beck unable to take advantage of it. He leaves the bottom lane open, but Beck tries to get under him and just can't get the job done. John Messenger in the 51 just kind of sitting there waiting to see what unfolds in front of him. And he's got a head of steam going as well, and he's working his way up to the back end of Tommy Beck. For the 5th position, Komarinsky and Miley side by side for that 5th spot. Again looking on the 90 of Smith. Gary Wiltrow meanwhile starting to go out on a Sunday drive here on Friday night, really stretching the lead. Tommy Beck having one of his better runs of the season. John Messenger having a great run as well. Ben Miley right there with him. Gary Wiltrow will bring it into 3 and to 4. Out of turn 4, it's going to be 5 laps to go for your leader. Oh, the contact made in 4. Hang on. Oh, Smith bobbing and weaving in the yellow. I don't know why it just came out. great run third. John Komarinsky with a tough luck last week running fourth. Mike Adams a great run fifth. Todd Goebel, Jack Smith, Tommy Beck, Rick Miller, the green's out. We're back up to speed. Oh, 3 wide into 2. The 91 of Beck made his way down low on Goebel, as well as the 90. Komarinsky looking for a way past the 43 of Mike Adams. Gary Wiltrout again stretching the lead over John Messenger. The battle right now is for that 4th spot. Here comes Komarinsky to the low side of Mike Adams. 4 laps remain. And contact with the 90 and the 91 in turn 2. So, Gary Wiltrout going to bring him around. 4 laps remain in this event. Out of turn 4, here they go. And the 91 of Tommy Beck is going to be posted in black flag for jumping the start. So Tommy Beck getting the black flag for jumping the start, and he will get a stop and go as he heeds the flag. Tommy Beck into the pit area in the number 91, and he said, "That's it, I'm done." Parking the 91. White flag raised for your leader, Gary Wiltrout. So Gary Wiltrout has found the deal. Gary Wiltrout going to head back to victory lane 2 weeks in a row as the kids take him to victory lane for his 2nd win of the year. 2nd in a row, Gary Wiltrout. And the kids with a checkered flag taking Gary Wiltrout to victory lane. 2 in a row for your 2002. Oh, it's going to be all, I'm all shook up, baby. I think Gary Wiltrout's a little bit happy. Down to victory lane. Let's see. We're going to have WWF number 2 here momentarily. All right, here we go. Kids, this is how stupid adults react when they get out of race cars. Because that's stupid. Any way you look at it, any way you cut it, that's not very intelligent. Oh, boy. I mean, 2 weeks in a row. You got one thing you got to say, Gary Wiltrout saying, "Hey, I'm not in the middle of all this. Thank goodness. The car's running good. I'm back in victory lane, and that's all that counts." Be careful going home. Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
In other news, Gary Wiltrout is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner in the 95 car for the 2nd week in a row. Gary, can we get a word, buddy?
How you doing?
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Pretty basic race, huh?
Yeah, it was I guess a lot of action going on. I didn't get to see all the action, but it's just a shame Neil and them guys got tore up there, but better luck to them guys next week.
Well, the important thing is nobody got hurt in that little incident. The car looks great, though. This is 2 in a row. Is this a streak or what?
Well, I hope so. I hope it's not the last either.
Hey, how about those sponsors?
I tell you what, I definitely want to thank sponsors who are here tonight. Mark Stone. Without the way we could be down here doing this sport. My car owner, Richard Jones, Paul Agrudo, and all my guys here, I got to thank him again, because without them guys, I wouldn't be here.
All right, Gary Wiltrout, good win, buddy. 2 in a row in the 95 car. I don't care what anybody else says. I think that's a streak.
Runners in this division going to lead them around. You've got feature winners starting 1, 2, and 3. The green's out. Mike Lemley jumps into the lead. Jeff Giles, Tracy Keller. Oh, problems already on the 50 of Jeff Giles. Looks like a heavy smoke coming out of that car. He heads to the pits. Correction, he had not won an event yet. Not going to win tonight either. Mike Lemley, Tracy Keller starting to put some distance on Scott Aiello. Jim Stokes in the 95, fourth. Andrew Kostelnik in the 57. Bob Shipp in the 04, your winner last week, working the high side on Rick Broadwater. Kostelnik now looking low on Stokes into turn 3. Stokes trying to hold off Kostelnik. Shipp and Broadwater back up front. Lemley trying to hold off Tracy Keller, and all by himself, the 24 of Scott Aiello running third. Stokes now running clear in fourth. Broadwater down low on Kostelnik. Shipp trying to make his way up through the field. Tracy Keller looking low on the number 4 of Mike Lemley. The battle now up front, the number 1 of Keller down low on Lemley. Another great battle back in the middle of the field. Stokes, Broadwater, Shipp, Kostelnik. Take a pick. Keller looking low on Lemley. Side by side out of turn 4 down the front straightaway into turn 1. Tracy Keller down low, Mike Lemley up high. All right, racing all over the place. Keller, Lemley, side by side, wheel to wheel into turn 1. Bob Shipp has cleared and is up to 4th. The leaders duking it out down the back straightaway going into turn 3. Keller, Lemley still side by side. Running a fabulous race, 8 laps. Now Keller starting to pull ahead, but Lemley coming right back at him. Into turn 1, the preferred line right now is down low. Keller pulling ahead slightly, Lemley coming right back at him. Going into turn 3, Lemley trying to scoop back up alongside, but Keller able to stretch just a little. Now Keller into the position. Lemley trying to work that high side. Lemley coming back at Tracy Keller on the high side in turn 3. This time by, it'll be 4 laps to go. Tracy Keller, Mike Lemley putting on a show for the top position. 12 in the books. Lemley now trying to make another charge down the back straightaway on Tracy Keller. He going into 3. The 10 of Bell headed to the pit area. Out of turn 4, 2 to go signal. Harold Hunt in the 88, a little bit high down the back straightaway. The leader's approaching the big brown car. White flag in the air. Lemley looked low that time out of 4. They've got the slow car of Harold Hunt dead in front of him. What's going to happen? Lemley looking high. Keller trying to figure out which way to go. What's going to happen? Lemley. Oh, Lemley's going to drop in behind Keller. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag's going to wave. Your winner, Tracy Keller. Second, going to Mike Lemley to battle for third. To Bob Shipp in the 04. Scott Aiello fourth. Andrew Kostelnik, Rick Broadwater, Jim Stokes, and Harold Hunt. Boy, we had 2 great...
Let me pull up. No, you can just get out and we'll walk over. He's out of the car, race fans. T. Keller picking up his second of the year, and we'll get a word with him. Tracy, good work, buddy.
It was a pretty good race. Me and Mike, man, we was side by side. I didn't know if I could get him or not, but he was kept washing up there a little bit, and we just kept sticking to the bottom, and we got through there.
You were side by side for a while there, and I kind of got the sense that if you could pull out a full, fully in front of Lemley, you would win. You did, and you did.
Yeah, we was racing side by side. I knew he wasn't going to give me, let me get in front of him, but we raced really good. We raced clean. We was close together there, and we finally got in front of him.
Now, you hadn't won for like 6 years, and you come here, this is your second win of the year. What's been working for you this year versus the 6 previous years?
We're just experienced now. We know what we're doing, sort of, and everything's working our way.
All right, anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank Arielic Machining, King's Hotel, BK Electric, 7D Industries, Secrets Who Pull It, my sister. I just got a ton of people to thank.
All right, Tracy Keller, good stuff, buddy. Your second win of the year.
That's the cool part about this division. They got horns, they got brake lights, and they race very affordably. $550 in the number 6 car, and he has a good time. That's the main deal. Pace truck off the speedway, out of turn 4. Larry Vance working the high side. Oh, a little contact. Vance able to straighten it out. Ken Dukic in the 50 going to go 3 wide into turn 3. They're little cars, it'll work. Down low goes Larry Vance in the 28. The 50 of Dukic to the high side. Eastman in the 55, bobbing and weaving down into the grass, back onto the track. Here comes the number 4 of Nick Bacalon. No, now Bacalon off the pace. Jeff Zellweger in the 18 sideways gets straightened out. It's like a ping pong match out there. pulling into the turns. Larry Vance trying to stretch it over the 34 of Aaron Minjock and Ken Dukic. Bob Eastman in the 55. Then it's back to Jeff Zellweger. Then everybody else all clumped together in turn 4. Trying 4 wide, but they didn't do it. Dukic looking high on the 34 of Aaron Minjock down the back straightaway. Dukic is going to work him over. Going into turn 3, Ken Dukic side by side with Aaron Minjock in the 34. Larry Vance says, keep it up, guys. I'm stretching it on you. Way high up towards the wall goes the 05 of Andy Giles. Brings it back in line. Dukic, Minjock still side by side down the back straightaway into 3. Dan Jordan on the charge in the 32. Makes his way past Jeff Zellweger in the 5th position. 5 laps in the book, 3 remain. Larry Vance clicking off the laps. 2 remain. Ken Dukic desperately trying to reel him in, but time's running out. Out of turn 4, the white flag's going to wave for your leader, Larry Vance. Larry Vance continues to lead Dukic. Then it's Dan Jordan now up to 3rd. Minjock back to 4th. Eastman to 5th. Out of turn 4, the checkered flag. Your winner, Larry Vance. Ken Dukic going to go home 2nd. Dan Jordan a bumping and banging match. Bob Eastman over Aaron Minjock. Bill Oldham, the 05 of Andy Giles. Zellweger, Ankrom, Bacalon, Bone.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I'm a Court Glove. What's that? I'm a Court Glove. All right, he's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Little round of applause for Larry Vance. Larry, good work, my man.
Thank you very much.
2nd win of the year. The car looked pretty unbeatable tonight. You got by Aaron Minjock there early on and kind of cruised to victory.
Well, it was the first problem was like the first lap because I went every which way and thank God I kept it straight. So
that was a tight pass coming down here on the inside of the front straightaway.
Well, that's where I knew I had to get him right at the beginning and then try to get in front. So it worked out very well.
Hey, what kind of work do you guys have to put into these cars on a week-to-week basis?
Well, the biggest work is to explain to your wife why you want to do this, and it is the benefit of all of us that I do this.
And that is a tough job. Hey, let's hear about those sponsors.
I'd like to thank Dave Ford as the main sponsor, Health South, Gold Mile Animal Clinic, Ruth Roth, Fazies, Firearms, and LHF Designs.
All right, Larry Vance, good stuff, my man. Picking up the 2nd win of the year for him.
So Larry Vance, your winner in the Advance Auto Part American Flyer Division feature event.
That's what's happening right down here.
One to go signal given. We're going to go green flag race and then the next time by. And again, race fans, we appreciate everybody coming out. Pace truck going to head to the pit area. Robin Rimmel, Rich Burbage going to lead them around to the green flag. Out of turn 4, the green's out. Speedway. Robin Rimmel, Jason Holder on the charge. Sean Phillips also on the move. Rimmel's going to lead lap number 1. Rich Burbage in the 77 of Boblin. Jason Holder working the high side for that 3rd spot. Frank Turek now found some room, moving up a couple of positions in the number 5. Jason Holder is still on the high side of Rich Burbage, down into 1 and 2. Holder clears Burbage now, working over Bill Henry in the 64. Tight confines going into 3. Sean Phillips right behind Jason Holder. To the pit area in the number 44. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Turek, Henry, Holder, throw in Sean Phillips, and you got them all stacked up. Still 3 wide out of turn 4. Everybody makes it. Down into turn 1. Robin Rimmel kind of checked out. Frank Turek running 2nd, hoping for a caution. Holder now up to 3rd. Phillips 4th. Bill Henry 5th. Rimmel with a comfortable lead. 9 laps in the book. 20 laps the distance. Frank Turek, Jason Holder unable to close the gap that Rimmel has built. Our Subway sandwich driver is Vince Cater. Looks like he may be struggling back there in the number 4. Halfway, lap 12 of 20, and Robin Rimmel continues. No real change, although Turek has pulled away, stretched a little on 3rd place Jason Holder. Robin Rimmel has it in hand. 4 laps remain. Rimmel second in points behind Frank Turek, but Turek is second in the race. So not a whole lot's going to change, at least as far as the point standings. However, the win column will show one more for Rimmel, which will be 3. Frank Turek with 5 wins on the season, Rimmel with 2. Pretty even top 5s and top 10s. Top 5s, Turek with 8, Rimmel with 7. Tied with 8 top 10 finishes, so both drivers very consistent. Laps remaining. The white flag is going to wave this time for Robin Rimmel. And a straightaway and 2 corners remain, and if it remains that way, Rimmel will add the extra number to the win column and the top 5s and top 10s. So out of turn 4, Robin Rimmel headed to the checkered flag is going to pick up win number 3 on the season. Rimmel getting win 3, Frank Turek second, Jason Holder third. The battle is going to be for 4th. It's going to Dave Tavermino. Sean Phillips rounds out the top 5. Then it's Bill Henry, Jonathan Heilman, Shipley, Hoffman, Cater, and Burbage. So Robin Rimmel picks up his 3rd win of the season.
All right, he's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Robin Rimmel, muster a round of applause for this guy. His 3rd win of the year here in the street stock division. Robin, can we get a word, my man?
How you doing?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The car looked just dandy tonight. You led pretty much start to finish and opened up a big lead there by the end.
Yeah, I put new tires on it. Handling great.
Good stuff. The good news is it's your 3rd win of the year. You're in 2nd place in the overall point standings. Bad news is Frank Turek is way ahead. Any thoughts of catching him, or is that something you even think about, or what's up?
No, I can't think about that. Just got to take it one race at a time. Frank, he's good. So I just got to do the best I can, and he's the one that's going to have to mess up, that's all.
Well, you make up a little bit of ground here. Let's hear it for those sponsors.
I want to thank Napa Auto Parts, Arceburger Trucking, Donegal Pharmacy, Flying Bears Trading Post, and Huffman's Auto Sales.
All right, Robin Rimmel, good stuff, buddy. 3rd win of the year. Congratulations. Folks, have a good one.